Hello and welcome back. Today I have another handbag review video for you. Today I am talking about my Chanel Jumbo. And my Chanel Jumbo is a little different from other people's or some other people's. The most classic Chanel Jumbo is the classic flap, the double flap. And I did have that bag and I have to confess that I sold it. There were some reasons that bag just didn't work for me personally. This is the one that I prefer. So I'm going to review the single flap and then I will, in the pros and cons, compare it a little bit with the double flap. So this is my Chanel Jumbo single flap bag in caviar leather. And I don't know what the exact name of this color is. They usually have a color along these lines, a creamy or a taupey kind of color. This isn't the lightest color they normally have, but it is a good neutral for me. I usually like the lambskin leather in Chanel. In this case, I prefer the caviar. Because it is a single flap, the caviar is a little bit sturdier as far as it won't sag as much. This bag is about 12 inches by about 8 inches, and right here it's about 3.5 inches. It is a big, roomy bag. This is definitely a bag that I can carry almost everything other than my computer, just about everything that I would need for all day. It is a big bag. It is a little bit heavy, but it is not nearly as heavy as the double flap because it is the single flap. So let's take a look inside. If you haven't seen the single flap bag, it's going to be a little different. So again, just one flap. There are no CCs here, and there wouldn't be in the double flap. So remember, when you open this, there wouldn't be CCs here. In the double flap, when you open that, that's where the CCs would be. Also note that the single flap has the rivets like this, whereas in the double flap, the rivets are like that. That's another difference between the two. And I do think that having them this way makes it a little easier to carry, but it's a subtle thing. Okay, so with this bag, you just get a great big pouch. You know, it's a big open bag for the most part. And with the other bag, with the double flap, where you would have the two different pockets and then the lipstick case, the lipstick holder, this just has one zippered pocket that is... Do I have two zippered pockets? Whoa! I don't often put things in the pockets. So this one does have two pockets, but they're different. So you have this pocket here, and then you have a zippered pocket, which is kind of nice. That is it. It's pretty simple. Now, it also does have, you know, it has the normal twist lock. It does have the Mona Lisa pocket on the back, and this is a pretty big pocket. There are people who put their cell phone in there. I don't like to do that because I just like it to stay pretty pristine. I know that a bag isn't going to stay perfect. I do carry my bags. I don't want a bag that I don't carry. And I don't completely baby them, but I do take care of them. And I take care of them because these are bags that I know that I can carry for a long, long time. This bag does not have feet, which is typical of the Chanel classic flap bags. In this bag, I liked the gold hardware a lot. I just like this color combination. And with the medium size, the medium large, I have the black lambskin with the silver. So with this one, I wanted to go as far sort of away from that as I could. So I have the caviar, it's a lighter bag, and it's in gold. And that's just the way I like to do things. I like variety. Let's talk about the strap on this bag for a minute. The strap on this bag is very, very long. And this bothers some people. It doesn't bother me, but I'll tell you why. And I'm not sure if this is true with every bag, but it is true with mine. And I'll show you that in a minute. For reference, I am 5 feet 7 inches tall. Here is the bag with it doubled. So doubled, it's still pretty long. So you almost cannot be too tall for this bag. So if you are really tall or you have big muscular shoulders or whatever's going on, you almost can't be too big for this bag. So here's the thing, and I always open my bag when I adjust it. This one takes a little bit of work to adjust it. It doesn't slide easily, but I like that, and I'll show you why. Here is the bag fully extended. That is crazy long. That is really, really long. So here it is crossbody. And it is still pretty long. This bag, some people don't like that it's this long. For me, it's very comfortable. Again, I am 5'7". But I want to show you something. Because it is a little bit stiffer, these straps, I'm going to show you what you can do that I can't do with any of my other Chanel bags. I can adjust it where I want it and it will stay. It'll stay just like that all day. So you can actually adjust it exactly where you want it. And to me, that looks pretty hanging there. The other advantage of that is now that when I want to take it off, I've got a handle right there and I can take it off just like that. So I really enjoy this bag. I get a lot of use out of it and it carries a lot. It looks great with everything and I love it. The single flap also does come in a couple of styles. I happen to like this style. There's one that looks more like the double flap. It's a little slightly more curved here and the C's are bigger. The double C's are bigger. I like the smaller double C's. I just like to be a little more subtle, and to me this is a reasonably subtle Chanel bag. Now let's talk about the pros and the cons of this bag. For me, this bag is all about the pros. It holds everything I need, it's very versatile, it's durable, it goes with everything, and it has held up very, very well. Because it's a single flap, it is much easier to get things in and out of than the double flap. With the medium tall, the double flap doesn't bother me because it's pretty small getting things in and out of. With the jumbo, it's a mess for me. If I've got the bag down and then I have to open the first flap and the second flap when they're this big, I need two hands to do it. The bag is just not convenient, the double flap, and it is too heavy for me. So this one, the weight is good. I can carry everything. I can get things in and out of it. I think that it goes with just about everything. I've got to tell you, this is all pros for me. The only con that I would say about this bag, if I were designing this bag, and I do design bags and other things, not that I would, mess with Chanel or Karl Lagerfeld, the only thing I would have done maybe is add feet. This is a big enough bag that, you set it down a lot, it does stand up, feet would be nice. Would have added a little weight to the bag, so it's not a deal breaker for me. But that's the only thing I can say that I wish this bag had. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm curious to know if you think this bag is right for you. If you want the single flap, now you will have to get this on the secondary market, on the pre-loved market, because for some reason, Chanel does not make the classic single flap anymore, and they only did it for a couple of years, and it boggles my mind because there is a whole group of us and we are a tight-knit, close group, and I'm telling you, we love the single flap. Let me know what you think about it, or if you prefer the double flap, go ahead and tell me. I can take it. If you prefer the double flap, we're an open community here. If you are a double flap kind of person, just feel welcome. It's okay. I hope you subscribe and I hope you hit that bell because I would love to see you again. Bye for now.